Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to look at multiplying whole numbers and fractions. So we're going to start right here where it says shade 3/4 of each circle. So go ahead and grab you a colored pencil, a crayon, a highlighter, something to shade with. And we're going to shade 3/4 of each one of these circles. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3/4. Okay. The next step says to write a repeated addition sentence. Okay, so all I would have to do is put a plus sign between here, and I could see that I could add 3/4 plus 3/4 would equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fourths. Okay. Next step says to write a multiplication sentence. So not only could we add, we could multiply, and multiplication is all about equal groups. I have two groups, so it would be 2 groups times 3/4 in each group, 3/4 in each circle, and then we multiply across. 2 times 3 is 6 fourths. We get the same answer. Okay, next step says to shade 1/3 of each bar. So we're going to shade a third, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Okay, and again, it's asking us to write a repeated addition sentence. So if I put my plus sign between here, I could see I would have 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 1, 2, 3 thirds. Which, just for your information, anytime you have the same numerator and the same denominator, 3/3, that would equal 1 whole. If we were to put all 3 pieces together, all 3 of our shaded pieces, it would equal 1 whole. So let's look at the next step. We're going to be writing a multiplication sentence. Okay, so again, it's about equal groups. I have 3 groups, so it's 3 times, and I have 1/3 in each group. And we can multiply straight across, and 3 times 1 is 3 over 3. And once again, that equals 1 whole. Okay, looking back up here at the top. And directions say to draw a model to represent this situation. 4 groups times 1/4. So this is the number in each group. Okay, so we need 4 groups, and we'll just draw some circles. We'll draw 4 of them. We need 4 groups. And we're going to cut those into fourths. And then we're going to shade 1/4 in each group. Okay, so if we were to put that all together, 4 times 1/4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out of 4. And again, if we were to put all 4 of our highlighted pieces together to fill one circle, it would equal 1 whole piece. So how is multiplying whole numbers by fractions similar to multiplying whole numbers? Well, anytime we're working with multiplication, it's about equal groups that we put together. So it's equal groups put together. Whether it's whole numbers, whether it's fractions, whether it's decimals, multiplication is all about equal groups that we put together. So let's try a few. We have the fraction 2 times 2/3. Well, we will just multiply straight across. We'll hang this over a 1. That's how we change a whole number to a fraction. We can hang any whole number over 1. Now we'll multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. And then, of course, we can divide to make that fraction proper. And it goes in one time with one remainder. So we get the answer 1 1/3. Okay, so what happens to the size of the answer when you multiply by a proper fraction? Well, it got larger, just like all multiplication. When we multiply, we get more, it gets bigger. Now let's look at this one. We'll hang our 7 over 1 to turn that into a fraction, and we'll multiply straight across. 7 times 7 is 49. 1 times 5 is 5. We'll take Norman to the gym, is what we've been saying here in class. We'll divide to make that proper. And 5 can go into 49 9 times. And I have 4 remainder. So we get the answer 9 4/5. So what happens to the size of the answer when you multiply by an improper fraction? Well, once again, we went from pieces that were 7/5 to 9 wholes and 4/5. So it got larger. So we've got one last problem to do. We'll hang this over 1. We get 60 over 6. We can divide to make that proper, and we get an answer of 10 wholes. So what happened to the size of the answer when you multiply by a fraction that equals 1 whole? Once again, it got larger. So multiplication puts small groups together, and you get a larger answer. Okay, go ahead and glue this into your notes section.